Hey everyone, Greg Elfrink here, and if you're looking to become a digital nomad, I am about to teach you how you can do it in such a way where it's not unreasonable for you to become a digital nomad, quit your job, travel the world, do all that fun stuff, really in as little as just a couple of months. So stick around, let's dive into the 3 ways that you can become a digital nomad incredibly quick. Let's get into it. So before I describe how to become a digital nomad, let's first define what this means. What is a digital nomad and what are the benefits of being a digital nomad? Well, I am a digital nomad. I am in Vietnam, which you cannot see, out of my balcony, but I have a beautiful view of the Saigon River here in Vietnam. I've traveled all over the world, from Colombia to Mexico, all across the United States, all over Asia, and even in Europe. Sometimes my job takes me there, but other times I just want to go and check out a new place, and I'm able to work anywhere as long as I have a strong internet connection. So that is basically a digital nomad. It's very similar to being a remote worker, but sometimes when you're a remote worker, you are bound by geography. When you're a digital nomad, the two are just divorced. You can be anywhere you want in the world. As long as you can work online and have a decent internet connection, you can become a digital nomad. So that's what a digital nomad is. What are some of the benefits of a digital nomad? Why would you want to become one? Well, there's quite a few. For one, if you're an American, there is a huge tax benefit for you. There is I forget exactly what it is called, but basically it is foreign earned income. I think that might be the name of it. Definitely check with your tax person to make sure you can do this. But basically the first $100,000 you earn living abroad outside of America is tax-free. So that is huge, especially if you live a lifestyle like me where you don't really plan on ever going back to live in America for any long periods of time. This is a huge tax savings for you. Definitely check with your tax person, make sure it works for you. It works for in my situation, but if you do decide to move abroad, this is something that is a real big benefit. And it kind of balances out the fact that you're not going to be able to invest into a 401k with an employer usually if you're living abroad, at least for my understanding of it. So outside of taxes, there's the other very obvious benefit that you get to live anywhere you want in the world, but that also comes with something very interesting. You see, there are a bunch of digital nomad hotspots around the world, which Saigon, Vietnam is actually one of them, Chiang Mai, Thailand is another one, Medellin, Colombia is another, and even Mexico City is one, where a bunch of digital nomads from around the world kind of congregate in these hubs. So you get to meet other people who are like-minded like you, probably doing very similar things as you, and you get to network and learn from them at a blistering pace. When I first moved out abroad and started being a digital nomad, whenever I went out to the bar or saw some friends on the weekend, it was like being at a conference, only without the speeches. I got to meet all the people I would want to meet at a conference, and they got to teach me basically how to do marketing, how to do a bunch of other cool things, pretty much for free. It only cost them the time of hanging out with me. So that's one of the big benefits of when you become a digital nomad. Your ability to network with like-minded people shoots way up through the roof. And sometimes you get to meet people that you would never in a million years be able to meet any other way. For example, I actually met the CEO of Lazada and Foodpanda, two really big companies out here in Asia, because I was drinking 50-cent beers in Chiang Mai and I was talking to this Italian guy. I told him what I did, he told me what he did, and when he told me what he did, I was very shocked. And then he was on the cover of Forbes magazine for a new SaaS startup that he's created. So I would never have been able to meet that guy in a normal circumstances. If I was still just back in America doing my thing, I would probably have to spend like, I don't know, $5,000-$6,000 to be in some kind of football stadium and like some private VIP booth. And who knows if I even would have talked to him. I know I might have been thinking about talking to someone else while I was there. So the chances of meeting people, high-level players in their industry, whether they're a digital nomad or not, becomes higher in my book if you are a digital nomad. And if you are big into networking, since you can live anywhere you want, you can basically go to any networking event around the world that you want to meet someone at. So that's some of the good stuff. Another thing that is awesome about being a digital nomad is the fun and adventure, which I've already kind of alluded to. A few months back, one of my friends came over to see me from Alaska, and we went to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So I was working in the morning, then we went on the tour bus and we went all around the ancient ruins of Angkor Wat, and it was just a lot of fun times. He got to see something cool, so did I, and I was able to see this wonder of the world while working my job. So those are some of the benefits of becoming a digital nomad. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, I didn't really need to say any of that because you're already sold on how to do this. So let's get to what you really came here for. How do you go about and actually do this? Well, there's three main ways you can do it. And all three of these ways are actually relatively fast, but they do require some things for you to do first. So it's not 100% success rate, but this will put you on the right path. So the first thing you could do is go get a job. So most people that look to becoming a digital nomad, that's usually not the thing that they're thinking of about, I'm going to quit my 9-to-5 by getting a 9-to-5. Well, hold on. It's a little bit different than that. There's more nuance to it. So if you want to become a digital nomad, one of the best ways you can do that is by finding a remote company that allows you to be a digital nomad. So at Empire Flippers, we have over 60 people that work for us, and we are 100% remote. Our employees can live anywhere in the world as long as they have a decent internet connection. So this way, while it is hard to find a remote job, especially one that you like, that pays you well, this is the one way that really doesn't cost you any money. It only will cost you a bit of time. And you have to make sure that you have the actual experience to allow you to become that. But if you're able to find those jobs, this is one of the quickest ways for you to become a digital nomad, because all you have to do is apply, right? And get the job once you get once you do the interview. And it costs you nothing. So that is the first way to go find a digital nomad job. Now, if you are 100% against jobs, or you just want to know what the other ways are, the second way you can do this is by becoming a freelancer. So a freelancer is someone that is able to do a specific function very well, often better than someone who is in-house, who is more generalized, because the freelancer is really specialized into one thing. A freelancer can be any sort of services that they offer to clients. So basically you could become a copywriter, a marketing specialist, maybe you know SEO really well, or maybe you know paid media really well, and you sell this as a service to other businesses. And they hire you to do it. The thing with freelancing is you can make an amazing income with freelancing. In fact, you can make a full-time income with freelancing within a month or two if you have good sales skills and you're very, very driven. It's definitely possible. I have many friends who have done it. The issue with freelancing is that you're kind of married to it. It has a lot of the same drawbacks as a job, and that usually there is no leverage. Now, it has the advantage over a job in that your income has no real ceiling if you price yourself right. But unlike a job where you have to go and find an employer just once, as a freelancer, you have to go and find work every single week, right? Every time you're done with a job, you're back at square one, you're back at zero, you have to go find another client. So as long as you're comfortable with that, freelancing can be an excellent way to get you into the digital nomad scene fast. And the beauty of freelancing is that a lot of the skills you'll learn or do as a freelancer can translate later on into starting your own business that has all the leverage and benefits that a freelancer and getting a job just usually doesn't have. So that's another way that you can become a freelancer. You might be wondering right now, what could I do? Well, I mentioned a few of them, and I'll put a link below in this description to a blog post that covers a bunch of different freelancing ideas for you and how you can get some clients. So that's the route you want to go. If you're good at sales, you don't mind charging money for what you can do, and you don't mind going after and actually finding people who want your service, that can be a fantastic way to go. The third way that you can start becoming a digital nomad is starting a business. So you build up a business, and over time, it will start making money. Now, your business has to be geographically free. So don't go start a plumbing business or something that is like geographically tied. Otherwise, it's going to be much more difficult for you to become a digital nomad. But you can start an online business, such as an affiliate site, such as an e-commerce store, an Amazon FBA store, or maybe even a small software that you've coded up yourself and you sell online via marketing, via internet marketing. So that is another way you can become a digital nomad fast. Now, my favorite way, outside of job, obviously, because that's the path I chose, my favorite way is a hybrid of option number 3. Option number 3, the hybrid, is instead of building a business from scratch, go and buy a business that's already making money, if you're in a good position financially where you can do so and it makes sense. The reason why I say that is because starting a business from scratch can take the longest of all the 3 paths to become a digital nomad. When you get hired to do a job, you're instantly getting paid because you have that job security. When you're hired to be a freelancer, you can literally be making money where your clients are paying you to learn what to do, to learn a skill. Someone pays you to run their Facebook ads. you go and learn Facebook ads. And you didn't have to spend any money on the platform because the business owner is spending the money usually, and you get to refine that. When you're starting a business, that's just not the case. Starting a business can take time, a lot of determination, a lot of sleepless nights and frustration, especially if you chose a niche that is just not profitable or you chose a strategy that didn't work. And it could be a very frustrating experience. A lot of people lose out hope and they give up and go back to their normal 9 to 5 instead of going and being this digital nomad with a profitable business because they weren't able to get over that hump of delayed gratification. So one way you can solve that and still become a digital nomad very, very fast while having all the benefits of a business you can leverage is just by buying one. When you buy a business that's already making money, so much of the unknowns are taken out of it for you. You already know it makes money, you know it's a profitable niche, you can see how much traffic is coming in. And when you buy that business, you're not waiting months for that cash flow. You get that cash flow right away. Now, of course, you haven't made any ROI on the cash flow because that happens over time, right? As you keep earning money. But this is a way I've seen people become a digital nomad. Maybe they're trying to replace a $2,000, or maybe they're seeing like, hey, I can live out in Southeast Asia for $2,000 a month. I'm going to go buy a $50,000 business that makes $2,000 to $2,500 per month, move out to Asia and just start growing that business and other businesses and all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of mentality I've seen a lot of people do to become a digital nomad. And sometimes it works out extremely successful where they don't just buy one business, but they end up scaling that business up, maybe selling it off to get a big nest egg and go out and buy several other businesses to do the same process over and over and over again. So those are the 3 ways to become a digital nomad fast. There's getting a job that allows you to be remote and be a digital nomad. That is probably one of the easiest, though hardest to find, because there's only a few companies that will allow you to do it out there that will pay you well. But that one requires no sales skills other than your sales skills during an interview. As long as you're a skilled person, there's a good shot that you can get that job. The next one, of course, is being a freelancer, which that one will take some sales skill, but it won't take you any money because usually the client will be paying you to go learn that thing for them or to perform that duty. So freelancing is a fantastic way you can get up to a full-time 6-figure income literally within 2 months if you're really, really good at sales and you really go hard at it. I've seen that happen over and over again. Of course, freelancing has a problem where you have no real leverage and it's very similar to a job in that sense. And that's the third option. Go and build a business that makes you money online and you get the best of everything. You get to have all the leverage, you get to have the cash flow, and you get to be a digital nomad. Of course, if you want to do it fast, the fastest way to do number 3 is buying a profitable business. So that way you can become a digital nomad right away. Hope you guys like this video. It's a short one. At least I think it's a short one. We'll see. Definitely check out the resources in the description below. If you are looking to become a person that wants a digital nomad job, I'll have linked a job board down below in our YouTube description, ran by a very good friend of mine that helps people get remote work. If you're looking to become a freelancer, I will link to a blog post of a bunch of different freelance services that you could offer for yourself, for your own freelance business. And if you're looking to buy a business because you don't want to start a business and wait to become a digital nomad, I've also linked down the landing page to get a free Empire Flippers account. You're going to be able to use that account to filter through dozens of businesses. Over time, it's hundreds, but you'll be able to filter through dozens of businesses that are already making money, that are for sale, and you can see what's out there that makes sense for what you're into and what your passions are. If you already are a digital nomad, go ahead and comment below. Tell me where's your favorite place in the world that you've been, or if you're wanting to become a digital nomad, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Why do you want to be a digital nomad? Go ahead and leave a comment in below and definitely subscribe to this video so I know I should make more videos. So I'll talk to you guys later. My name is Greg. And again, if you want to buy or sell a business, come check us out at the Empire Flippers Marketplace. All the links down below. Talk to you soon.